Okay, well, I have just returned. Steve Shea, a friend of ours who works with us here at Oatka School of Glass, he and I just returned yesterday from our trip cross country on the West Coast. We were started in Seattle. We flew into Seattle. We rented a 26-foot truck and took the truck to Bainbridge Island. And we picked up a vertical enameling kiln. As far as we know, it's the only one in private hands at the moment. So a vertical enameling kiln, what is it? Simply put, it's a vertical kiln. This one happens to be about 6 feet high, 3 feet to 4 feet wide, and about 8 feet long. It has elements on both sides, and it has an overhead track. So this will accommodate a metal panel, a steel panel that is as large as 4 feet by 5 feet. This is the process, simply put. You create on a horizontal plane your artwork. It can be screened, it can be airbrushed or painted with brushes using water-soluble enamels, and this is for enamel on steel. So this is a porcelain enamel product that's produced. The enamel is applied. You take the steel plate and you dry it over a series of gas-fired burners. Once it's dried, you hang it on this overhead track, open the door of the kiln, slide the panel in, and close the door. It is at 14 to 1500 degrees, and in 4 minutes you open the door and out comes your finished fired piece. If you wish to add more detail, you can certainly do that and then refire it again. This is kind of an old technology, although Kohler and the large appliance companies still enamel on a large scale. And there are commercial enterprises that do large enamel panels. Just to take you back, White Castle, the hamburger place, used to be faced in enamel panels. This was a way of applying a hard, durable surface to a building. Nowadays, this process can be used for large-scale architectural pieces, such as murals. The advantage is that that mural that you affix in panel form to a side of a building can be removed, transferred, and so forth. The mural doesn't have to be destroyed when the building's finally destroyed. It's durable art. The big advantage for painters is that they can take their painting, which most public commission competitions will say it's not durable art, therefore we can't use it. They can now take their painting, they can turn it into durable art. So that's a big advantage for those artists. As far as Oatka School of Glass is concerned, we want to make that certainly available to those artists, but we would like to work with large architectural pieces and see where we can go with that, and offer classes as well in large-scale porcelain enamel on steel. So this kiln was the pride and joy of an enamel artist. He was a colorist first, worked for a commercial firm, and ended up, he was a ceramicist, first loved ceramicist, ended up working with this kiln for 30 years and finally decided it's time to return to ceramics. He wanted it to go to a place that would appreciate it and would continue to make it available to people. As I said, I think this is probably the only one of its kind in private hands today. So he had it for 30 years. It was inside a building. We had to knock down a wall. We had to cut off the metal superstructure that was above it. We had a boom truck come in and weighed about 3,000 pounds. We took the door off. We loaded it into the 26-foot truck along with a number of other pieces that go along with the process. We were given a number of, or a large quantity of enamels specific for this process as well. And it took us 60 hours, Steve and I, to drive from Portland, because we, of course, stopped at Bullseye Glass and brought a shipment of glass cross-country with us. It took us 60 hours. So we left Portland at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we arrived on Tuesday, and we arrived here in Batavia at 1 o'clock Friday Friday morning, rather. So about 60 hours. We didn't sleep much. I'm really bone tired, and I mean bone tired. And then, of course, yesterday, as you may see the footage, we unloaded the kiln and put it into one of our overflow rooms because we have so much equipment. And that hopefully will be our winter project to create a complete studio setting around that kiln and its operation.
Okay, should we try and just see what happens? Hey.
Come on.
Give her a little touch, see what she does. Go slow. That's great.
Don't let it squish you. You don't need to diet now, man.
Okay, slow but sure. Now we'll put his long forks on again.
Okay. It's too bad the box is on that side.
Yeah. Down. Yeah, drag it out and put it at the hand grip if you need to.
Yeah, right there. But it's going to be a little... Because that's when you're transporting a kiln, all this stuff can just fall in. And the elements that are all pinned on the sides can also just loosen up. So this is rock solid. Okay, now we're clear.
Yep, yep.
How you doing? Wow. There you go. You can grab a strap actually and strap it right to it. And just throw it down there? Yeah, thanks, Ed. My favorite bumper sticker is artwork is work. Now we're done.